So how's Westhill going? You've been going gangbusters from what I hear.
We've been really busy in the last, I'm going to say, 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And I think what's happened is that the increase in fuel prices has really had this industry sit up.
People go, oh, wow, it's expensive now.
Yes. And so there's a more of a forward-looking outlook on new technology that will help reduce that impact. And then the war in Ukraine and in the inflationary impact that it's having is causing a lot of companies to really look forward now. And what we're finding is there's been a lot of activity with respect to inquiries about our product offering.
Yep.
And at the same time, we've got a really outstanding group of technology people. Actually, everybody in our business. But I'm really focusing in on the technology people because they're working really hard, and I very much appreciate the capability, and I'm just in awe.
Yeah.
From the perspective of a CEO, really in awe of my team.
Like, oh, that's good. That's good for the team.
It's great for the team. So.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so tell us what's gone on with SunShifter is your platinum product with the that goes on the refrigerated trailers right now. Is there new developments in that since last time we spoke?
Yes. So I wouldn't say new developments. They've been things that we've been working on for quite some time, but with the integration of new technology with regards to electrification, we also have a system design. So SunShifter is for refrigeration.
Yep.
But we can also directly power the power unit, supply auxiliary power to the power unit to reduce things like range anxiety or extend the range of an electric power unit. Okay. And by our calculations, it's anywhere, depending on usage, and it's about anywhere between, I'm going to say, 12 and 18% extended range.
Have you noticed you just mentioned it, since the prices of fuel went up, people are looking at it, and now all of a sudden I'm seeing electricity. We've been talking about it for a while, but nobody was really paying attention, or we were always debating it back and forth, but now I'm seeing applications going in like crazy. Are you seeing that on your side as well?
Yes. And so one of the programs that we're working on right now, actually, because we're such a new technology and we're really in a breakthrough space in North America. We do have some competition. However, we're all in the same boat together, and it's a very big market. And I'm a strong proponent that at the end of the day, it's not one technology that's going to win the day. But you have to have a substantial and a good technology that adds value and has a return on investment. Right. And so we've really focused in on that. And so some of the things we're working on are we're working with governments, we're working with large companies to assist in the scale, and also to provide the fleets the incentives to really stick their neck out and be the early adopters. Are
there some incentives out there for fleets to start looking at this technology?
In some provinces in Canada, yes, there are. In Ontario, it's developing. Right. And really what we are, what Westhill is, what the SunShifter is almost like a mobile charging device.
Okay. Yeah.
So we are like an off-grid mobile charger.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when you're looking at incentives that are available for infrastructure, for example, we're not ground-mounted infrastructure, but we are infrastructure.
Yeah, yeah. And I always tell people, too, that, you go from gas to electricity, you save some money, but you still have the electricity cost. But going to solar, you take it that step further, and you take it right off the grid, right?
You're right off the grid. Yeah. So you're off the grid. It's not really subject. It's not really subject to the inflationary impact anymore because it's off grid. Yeah. And you're zero emission and zero diesel consumption.
Yeah.
So it really is worth it for fleets to look at this technology, because it will only get better and better. Yep. I liken it to, I always talk about the advent of the computer, for example, and how years ago when the first kilobyte was created.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize
We
a
didn't want
kilobyte
to-
was the size of an air conditioning
Yeah,
unit,
yeah,
right?
that's
and,
right.
and I thought I was great when I was at school and
Yeah.
I had a 3.5K
Yeah.
pocket computer.
Yeah.
Right? And you just look at technology, and so solar will go the same way.
Yeah.
It will get better and better and better, so that square meter or square foot of solar today and the amount of energy you can collect will become more enriched as
Right.
time goes on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the important thing is to start using it,
Yeah.
and so that way you're that much further ahead in the game.
Yeah, and you're using it in California. You just got somebody using it in California, so you're
Yeah.
North America wide now.
North America wide. There's programs in the United States, in Southern California especially, where the power utility will encourage pilots,
Right.
and they help support companies to pay for the pilots. And so we're in a pilot stage right now with a straight truck application.
Okay.
It's a 22-foot.
Yeah.
So we've got a system for anywhere from 20 to 26, 27-foot
Great.
straight truck application. And so we've zeroed in on the 22-foot. And it's for I'll call it a boutique grocery store chain in California. And but Southern California Edison is looking to assess the technology.
Right.
And so we'll call it our Sun Shifter solar electromobility kit for straight truck application, which will fully power refrigeration system in that application, just shipped out yesterday.
Okay.
So really excited about that.
Yeah.
So in about, I'm going to say 8 weeks, we should have some really good data.
How's our Sunrunner going?
Our Sunrunner.
Notice how I call it our Sunrunner going.
Yeah, so it's so what that is, it's anywhere from 450 watt to 600 watt solar powered golf cart,
Yes.
and that's going well.
Yeah.
We're running a couple of pilots this summer with 2 golf courses in
Okay.
Ontario, and we're looking to break into that market. And there's also a lot of work that's going on with things like gated communities.
Yes.
and
Palm Springs in Florida come to mind.
that market's just as big as the golf market.
I think it's
It's
even
not
more. Yeah. And because they're doing these people movers where that's their mode of transportation. It's not just for the golf course. That's how they get their groceries and whatever else they do,
So
right?
it's a really good segue into the whole automotive piece
Yeah.
as well, because
Yeah.
as I said before, as the technology gets better and better, we're already in the game, and we can extend beyond, into other applications that require higher regulation.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's people needing to see how it fits with them. Like, I wasn't big on electricity trucks, and I don't even have a Ford, but Ford just came out with their
Have you seen it?
yeah, so I wasn't excited until I have to get generators for truck shows and stuff. I could use something like that, plug right in, and I am ready to go. And now that's a reason for me to start looking at that. And I think for a lot of people, that's what they have to start doing, is looking at what they're using the technology for.
Mm-hmm.
We may think that it's for one thing, but maybe there's a way of them applying it for something else, right? Would you agree? So,
Yes, I do agree.
so where do we go to find out more? Or where do we go to find out?
You can go to www.westhillinnovation.com.
It's almost like I do this as a test for you.
Don't put an S on the end.
No.
A lot of people make that mistake.
Yeah.
It's Westhill Innovation Singular.
Yeah.
.com.
I think I was doing that for a while, and I kept taking it out. And I go, okay, now I've got it. Oh well, Gina, thank you very much for talking with us. And can people do tours? I know you're in Simcoe, Ontario. So do you offer tours for companies, or if someone wants to come and actually physically see some of this stuff, how do they do
So, yes and no. It is proprietary technology, and what we're doing is very cutting edge. If there is a need, yes, and there's a way that we can collaborate, then yes, but we're not doing tours for the sake of tours, because
that? Right.
we need to protect our intangible assets.
So
as
if a
well.
company is interested in this, how do they start the process of testing it or getting it implemented into their fleet, or what's the process for you guys?
The process right now is you can contact us direct. There's a telephone number and email address right on the website.
Yep.
I think it's info at
Yep.
Westhill or sales at Westhill Innovation.
Right.
or you can call us direct, and there's a 1-800 number
Okay.
across North America. We are entertaining, if there's a need, we've got the people that can help you determine what solutions would be best.
Okay, yeah, because you have a few different ones, and your website has quite a bit of information there too.
It does, and it's developing as well. We're putting more on there.
Well, great. Thanks for talking. I think everybody's going to do well.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bruce.
Good job.